Oh my God. Rangers win, baby. 3-2 over the Tampa Bay Lightning in game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Holy shit. The streak has ended for Tampa Bay. Now, does this mean we could go out and party on the streets of New York and this means that the series is over? No. No, it is not. So let's not get ahead of ourselves because, like we saw against Carolina, the Rangers won 2 straight against them, and they end up winning the series after being down 2-0. The series isn't over, but it is a huge, huge step in the right direction, and the fact that we ended another streak, I mean, look at this. Against the Canes, they can't lose at home. They're undefeated. They're not being stopped. We go in there and win game 7. Tampa's not losing back-to-back. It was the 9-day rest. They're going to go into MSG for game 2 and steamroll them. They don't lose back-to-back games. And what do the Rangers do? They go in there and win. They had to make it interesting. I will say they had to make it interesting. But they did come through. And raise your hand if you thought the Rangers would be up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals before it began. All right, put your hand down if it's up because you were lying. Wow. Before we dive into the game here, be sure to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans. Turn the notifications on as well so you know when I upload. But yeah, it didn't start off necessarily great. I mean, the Rangers had a couple solid shifts to start the game, but then Maroon and Reeves got into a bit of a scrum, and Ryan Reeves somehow gets a slashing penalty in all this, but nothing called on Maroon. I still don't get it personally, but whatever. Tampa on the power play, and Kucherov just scores from the faceoff dot. Initially, everyone thought that Corey Perry tipped it in. Even the Tampa Bay Lightning themselves thought he did, but no, it was just a good low glove shot, and Hedman and Cirelli end up with the assist on that. Tampa goes up 1-0 early, but then the Rangers start to get things going right after, and this is something that I love to see. You respond after. You're not letting Tampa Bay, even though that they got a power play goal, even though they're in your building and silence your crowd. No. We're not letting you take control of this game. We're getting back into this. Panarin gets a breakaway. He gets denied on the 5-hole, and then the third line with an insane shift, and then the first line on their next shift. What do they go out there and do? They set up Keandre Miller for a beaut of a goal. He shoots that one, and he gets that one low glove side on Vasilevsky. And the Rangers tied at 1. Vetrano and Kreider with the assist. So, there you go. Igor then, he has to make a huge save on a 2-on-1. And why was Fox being lazy on the back check? That's what I want to know, but regardless, makes the stretching save on Stamkos, a huge leg save there, and I would have liked to have seen better from Fox there, but he definitely picked it up later in this game. Chernak then goes off for roughing, and this would be the start of what was a stressful night of Ranger power plays, as the power play, solid chances, couldn't score. Tyler Mott then, the fourth line gets going. Tyler Mott, he hits a crossbar or the post on his backhand opportunity, and the Rangers had a chance to make it 2-1 there. Stamkos then goes off for slashing. Again, power play doesn't score. And then the Rangers, the third line, oh man. Foxy sets up Lafreniere. He just misses, but the Rangers keep the forecheck alive as Kakko scores from Fox and Hedel. Just a beautiful tip-in goal by Kakko. Just a view of a feed from Adam Fox. Oh my God. And the Rangers, just a dominant statement period. 8-7 shots in favor of the Rangers. Unreal period. And we go to the second where not much really happened. The Rangers just played really good shutdown hockey, which, is it smart to do with a 1-goal lead against the Tampa Bay Lightning? Probably not, but hey, it worked. So Tampa Bay, they started off really strong, but then the third line again, they have just been the fire that keeps on going. They're the fire under the team's ass. They spark this team because they get another great shift. Lafreniere hits a post on one, and then the Rangers offense gets going a bit. Mott, he got a breakaway, but the puck slipped behind Andrei Vasilevsky through the 5-hole, and Perry ends up making a huge stop on that. Vetrano then missed the chance. Miller makes a strong pitch to stop Tampa Bay from getting an opportunity, and the Rangers get a nice little forecheck going off that. Loved Keandre Miller's game for the most part. Not for the most part, pretty much all tonight. On the Nick Paul goal, maybe he could have been a bit better, but I still think that he had a pretty solid game regardless. Foot then goes off for roughing, and the Rangers, again, don't score on the power play. McDonough threw Hedel into the net, which was interesting. I don't know if they could have called a penalty or not, but whatever. Chernak then, he has a turnover. That led to a 3-on-1 for the Rangers, and of course, Strome makes a boneheaded decision to pass it right where, I think it was McDonough on defense there. He just sets up, he just passes it right to Andrew Kopp, who's covered by Ryan Strome, instead of passing it to Panarin or just shooting it. Trouba then, he has a huge block on Anthony Cirelli. That would be not even Trouba's biggest block of the game. And overall, the third line just was cooking Keandre Miller as well. Keandre Miller with some beautiful breakout passes today. And Igor then, he made a big stop on that Corey Perry line opportunity. Overall, great period for the Rangers. Again, shots in that period, 14-10 in favor of the Rangers. Third period, not a lot of action in the third either. The Rangers, again, shutting things down. Vetrano, he missed wide on a 2-on-1 with Mika. But there's something the Rangers like doing. They like responding to and making up for some mistakes that they just made, as Zibanejad scores from Fox, and Kreider just a nice little pass, and Mika with a rocket of a shot makes it 3-1. Kreider with the assist there as well. Igor then with a huge save on Patrick Maroon in front, and then Kucherov, he got away with a penalty there as he kind of interfered with Laffy. There's a lot of missed calls on both sides. To be honest, was Wes McCauley calling this game? Chris Rooney, probably, right? But yeah, Chris Rooney was one of the refs, so go figure. And Trouba then, huge hit on Anthony Cirelli. Can't wait to hear about that. Hedman then went off for tripping, and the power play wasted again. And the Lightning had to make it interesting as Nick Paul scores from Perry and Kucherov. Just a beautiful cut and move. If you want to blame the defense, sure. But again, I don't know much really they could do there. That was just a great move by Nick Paul, and that made it a 3-2 game. Igor then has to make huge saves, and Trouba with the biggest block as he stopped Steven Stamkos from scoring the tying goal. And that just about does it. The Rangers win some crucial faceoffs. Barclay Goodrow just absolutely went insane in the final few minutes of this game, and the Rangers hold on the win, and they finally end Tampa's streak of winning 2 straight, or coming back after a loss. Not losing 2 straight is what I mean. Jeez, I can't talk at all. Shots in the third, 14-6 in favor of Tampa Bay. Shots in the game, 31-28 in favor of Tampa Bay. Things kind of shifted towards the end when Tampa Bay pulled the goalie, so not going to be too mad. The Rangers limited opportunities for the most part in that third period. They pretty much outshot Tampa at that when the goalie was pulled at that point. Faceoffs 58-42 in favor of Tampa Bay. Hits 32-23 in favor of Tampa Bay. Block shots 17-18 in favor of the Rangers. The Rangers blocked a lot of shots. Barclay Goodrow, Tyler Mott, they are showing you why they're here. Giveaways, 29 for the Rangers, 22 for Tampa. The top line, Kreider, Zibanejad, and Vetrano, loved what I saw. And isn't it just so much better when that line's going? Isn't it nice when your first line's producing? Yeah, well, they are, and it is beautiful. Vetrano had a really good game, and yeah, is it my tweet? Maybe, but by the way, go follow me on Twitter if you're not following me there already. But Vetrano, I thought he had a great game. Zibanejad, he got kind of shut down a bit on the power play, so that's something that I wasn't too big of a fan of in terms of the Rangers' part. You got to make some sort of adjustment here on the power play. You can't just rely on Mika's one-timer the entire time. Maybe try getting one the Kreider in front of the net. Maybe try to switch things up a bit, or maybe Panarin could get his shooting confidence up and shoot from the other side there, and it will mix things up and set Mika up for more opportunities there. In terms of Kreider's play, Kreider was really good. Kreider was great. Second line, Panarin, Strome, and Kopp. Panarin was absolutely unreal. I don't know what this guy has against the Tampa Bay Lightning, but it dates back to that sweep against Columbus, and I'm hoping, I'm not jinxing anything here, I'll knock on wood here, hoping that Panarin keeps it up, but my God, he was doing things great defensively, and he was shooting the puck as well. He didn't get on the score sheet, but he looked really good. He was noticeable tonight. Strome, I thought, had a decent game. There were times where, again, he made a couple bonehead decisions. So, overall, meh. Cop, same sort of thing. Mad game from him. I liked some of his plays defensively. Didn't get on the score sheet. Would have loved for that. The third line, like I said, they have just been unreal. Lafreniere, Hedl, and Kakko. Lafreniere didn't get a point, but he definitely could have. He just hit the post on one. He could have easily got an apple on one of these goals, or one of the missed opportunities even. He was really good tonight. Kakko, now that the points are coming, this line has just become a lot more of a problem for teams. And Hedl, he's shooting the puck. He is confident, and 4 shots on goal in this game. If Philip Hedl could keep this up, oh my God. Do you imagine this line next year if we are able to keep them together? Oh God. And then the fourth line, Reeves, Goudreau, and Mott. I thought that they were okay. Well, Mott and Goudreau were great. I thought Reeves was okay. Let me make that clear. Reeves probably shouldn't have got into it with Maroon early in the game. You don't want to let Tampa get any sort of momentum there. I thought that that was a bit boneheaded by Ryan Reeves there. But overall, the other two, Goudreau and Mott, really freaking good. The defense, Fox and Lindgren. I thought Fox had a bit of a rough time defensively during the first period. He definitely picked it up towards the end, but I did think that there were times where Fox was just being lazy on the back check, not moving his feet, just gliding. He's got to start being more quick and efficient on these back checks. Lindgren, great game from him. Not going to complain about anything. Miller and Trouba. I don't know why I'm saying a lot in this video, but Miller and Trouba, really good games from them. Way to respond after a bit of a rougher game one. I thought that they didn't play too great. What a game from those two. Keandre Miller was great. He was unreal. And then Jacob Trouba saved the game from going to OT, and he blocked a lot of shots. I'd like him to stop shooting the puck, but great game from him. Schneider and Braun, they weren't really noticeable one way or the other, but I won't complain. You weren't bad. You weren't bad. If you weren't, popping off and doing great there, then you were doing things good under the radar. So not going to be too mad there. I remember only like one good play from that defensive pair that Schneider made, but that was really about it. And Igor, just freaking on another level right now. And let's hope he could carry that going in Tampa. But that's going to do it for me. I'm not going to get to Twitter. If you guys do want to start replying to my tweets, I will start getting to it again. Let me see actually if I have a couple replies. And not really. I have one from New York Style 24 that says they just had to make it interesting. Well, yeah. Yeah, of course they did. But that's really about it. I don't know what else to say. Really. Just, I'm at a loss for words. My expectations are blown away, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And let's just hope that they could go into Tampa and do some damage and make some noise there. Come back home with either a 3-1 lead, or come back home for rest and then go to Colorado for game 1, or come back home and play Edmonton game 1 of the Cup. It's going to be hard to sweep this team, but we'll see. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, especially Ranger fans. Turn notifications on, and I will see you in the next one. Let's go, Rangers.